I think there is three elements that are key on this story, and it's not about agile, it's about humanity. So humankind or to be human. You name the trust. Trust is the basement of a relation. We talk about the power of relations. We talk about the how important it is to cultivate relations. Actually, it's the main thing we do when we build a team. But the trust, the relation, and the commitment cannot happen if you don't have dignity at work. And we find out, we see a lot of people that are trying to make friendly things like having, I don't know, a soccer table or a tennis table or to make custom parties at the work, just to supposing that we are friends or simulating some kind of friendship to be friendly environment. But this is not really creating relation. This is not to create a relation. We can make parties, we can celebrate birthdays, we can, I don't know, make ridiculous, funny things, but this is not building relation. This is not professional dignity. And if you build professional dignity, you will move forward far away, much more meters near to the high performance than doing these funny things. And for many time I saw a lot of office environments that they try to make these cool environments. Um, it's something nice to do, but it's really not the basement. It's not the base, it's not the critical part. And if you do these funny things, but you don't take care of the basics that a human needs to feel in dignity, then you are failing big. You are failing big. You are taking care of a lot of cosmetic things. You are using a lot of post-its. You are doing a lot of parties, a lot of celebrations, but you are not taking care of the base. And for a human being to have dignity, you need to be able to say yes for what you want to say yes, and you need to be able to say no for what you want to say no.
True. So honesty should be
The
allowed.
honestly should not be punished, let's say. Yes.
Mhm.
This is challenging for classical leadership because they are not based in the relation, they're based in rules.
Interesting. Yes.
So then I pass the ball to you, Christian. What do you think affects your dignity or in your experience?
Yeah, dignity for me is infected by honesty around me, and
Hmm.
it's also about transparency. In the end, if nobody tells
Hmm.
me what's up, for me it's hard to really stick and commit to anything. Yeah, if you're blind and walking around and developing around into any direction that you think is good, well, maybe this is divergent to the leader's direction because there is no transparency. And then sometimes happens that people are disappointed. So, but this is very is the wrong direction. Let's say like this: dignity does not come from just directing and pointing out what you have to do. I mean, it's more or less to empower you to take right decisions by your own and to really collect the knowledge that your employees have and trust in the knowledge, trust in the competences they have. So I think I feel dignity as long as people trust me that my capabilities are worth it and that the results will be good. And I think this is the key for at least for me to just be recognized as someone who is really able to stick to plans, who is committed. You know, if people realize that commitment is something that is living through me, then there is no fear, there is no doubt on really sticking to a plan. So and then everything that leaders need to do is to leave me alone in the end, and let me just do my job. That's all. That's all I can say. And then I can live with dignity. And still, if I'm not disappointed from management because they don't take the job as serious as me, then everything turns out good. But this is what I also experienced, that it's asked for a lot of discipline and commitment and stuff, you know. But when I watch what leaders sometimes do, is the opposite. So if you're not like really the person what you demand in other person, really doesn't feel like dignity.
True. Take a look on the concept of self-organizing teams. It's exactly that. So I let you organize your work. This is basic point for dignity. Today, someone asked me if they want to change a story point, if they can do it or not. And then I answered this person, you don't report to me, you report to your team. Whatever you want to do, you just need to coordinate with the team. The team is one of the best discoveries that we got as humankind. So the team is a unit of power because the team is composed by relations. If we have only powerful relations, the only way you can have powerful relations is to be related in a group, and this group is a team. So at this point, I think one of the challenges that the leaders need to be aware of or try to develop skills is to realize that they create a lot of invisible damage when they are manipulating the environment in the teams. One typical mistake is to reassign people like there were chess pieces, to move them from one chair to another, from one team to another. This is a typical mistake. And to make decisions that affects the self-organization of the team. These are borders that you can easily cross and you don't realize how much damage it creates. It damages dignity, it damages commitment, it damages trust, motivation. So it's the language you use, how you communicate the ideas, the priorities, or even the danger. When you don't engage the people, when you don't empower the teams, you are creating a lot of damage that tears down the energy of the people. Then I would say the main responsibility for leadership is to be a trust builder, to cultivate commitment, and to provide dignity to the teams.